Hello everybody, welcome to my Facebook Live. We're just going to talk a little bit here, once I get my camera working, about my journey on losing weight. I have kind of been chubby, really fat since I can remember. I was probably, second, third grade, I started putting weight on. And I would try throughout the years to lose it. I would diet. I would, starve myself. I would go on these crazy diets, the cabbage diet and the sauerkraut diet and all that crazy stuff trying to lose the weight. And I couldn't lose it. It didn't matter. I'd lose 10 pounds and put on 20 pounds. Now, as we've talked about in the past, weight is, especially for women, is really protection. When we put weight on, we're protecting ourselves from something. Whether it's emotional eating, it's stress eating, it's eating because you love chocolate chip cookies. There's a reason why we do it. Now, in the past I was, and I've talked about it before, sexually abused as a child. So I ate to protect myself, figuring, if you get chubby and nobody will want you. That doesn't really hold true when that takes place, but who knew? And over the years, because I got heavy so young, my mom would always attribute it to that I had the fat gene. My Nana was chubby. She was awesome. My Nana was probably 5'2" and weighed 300 pounds. Best ever. Now, in her defense, she had 8, 9, 10 kids. Bang, bang, bang. And she was a huge cooker, and she'd cook for all, there's 26, 27 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren, so she was always cooking. So, yeah, she's a taster. But I was, convinced that I was cursed. I could never lose weight. And I finally thought, I have got to figure this out. I am so tired of wearing a size 22. I am so tired of going shopping with my friends and saying, oh no, I don't want to get anything, because I was so overweight. And so I had to figure it out. And the first thing I had to figure out is, where am I? Where am I right now? What in my life isn't working? And it was clearly my weight, my health. I looked at other stuff, but it was that. And so I had to really sit down and think, why haven't I been able to lose weight? What is really standing in my way? What is my fear wrapped around losing weight? What is my challenge around losing weight? And I really had to sit with it. Whenever you're looking at shadows, you kind of have, especially when you're looking at something specific like weight loss, you have to write down weight loss and then just start free writing negative words. Dieting, fats, carbohydrates, dating, whatever comes into mind. And whatever one lights you up, that's the reason. Now, I, did free writing negative words, and I kept coming back to, wanting to hold back, wanting to protect myself, wanting to not be able to move forward, not taking my spot. And it didn't make sense to me because, as you know, I run a not-for-profit, so I'm always out in front. I love being out in front. I'm one of those people, let's run up the hill together. I love that. But with my weight, I didn't go completely out front, and I had to really sit with it. And I finally, when I was in Disneyland 2 years ago now, walking between actually California Adventure and Disneyland, they were having a parade and jumping around, and I thought, man, I wish I could do that, jump around a parade like that. But who'd want to watch me? I'm fat. And right then I thought, oh my gosh, every time I think of something, the first words that pop into my head is I'm fat. Now, my mom had an amazing weight loss shadow, and I don't mean amazing in a positive way. Her whole life revolved around her weight. So she was always, if you eat that, you're going to get fat. If you eat that donut, you're going to get fat. If you eat that brownie, you're going to get fat. If you drink that pop, you're going to get fat. So a lot of times I ate and drank it just to be rebellious, and I had to break that habit, and I had to break I'm trying to get back at her. I mean, my mother passed away probably 20 years ago, well, not that long, probably I think 10 years ago, and I was trying to get back at her for my weight because she was always on me about it. My sister was real thin, my brother real thin, and I was fat. Well, I was fat because I was being abused, I was getting harassed about my weight, I wasn't smart, I had a speech impediment, etc. So at the end of the time, at the end of the day of figuring out my shadow, my weight was my way to hide. My weight was my excuse. I won't wear that bathing suit because I'm heavy. I won't wear that dress because I'm fat, because I didn't want to look feminine. I didn't want to stand out. It was my way to hide. Sure, I could be in front of a group of 500 people, at our annual conference, but my suits I had on were like boxes, not the post one. It was like a box. You didn't know there was a human being in there. And I would say, well, I'm doing it to hide my weight. Really, I was doing it to hide. I was hiding. The minute I realized that, the minute I got down to that major shadow, the minute I drilled down, it was like, I get it. Do I want to live like this the rest of my life? And if the answer is yes, then great. I mean, if you ask yourself that question and it comes out, yeah, I'm good with it, then that's fine. But if you come out with it no, then you need to make the change. And I'm making Find Your Shadow seem really easy. It is, it's not. There's a lot of steps involved to finding your shadow, especially if it's a weight shadow. Because as women, we bury those issues. I mean, you could have got teased in high school as being a little chubby or not as thin as the other girls. I can remember growing up, I had a friend that was a cheerleader, and she was pretty darn thin. But the other cheerleaders got on her because they thought she was fat. Well, that's because they were all bone thin, and she wasn't. She was just normal. So she probably at this point has a weight loss shadow around it. Sorry, Kelly, if you do, let me know. Give me a call. So you have to heal that. And once I healed it, losing 80 pounds wasn't that hard. I used to not be able to lose 10 pounds without struggling and counting every calorie and feeling like I was holding back and feeling like I was cheating myself. And then I would go on a binge and go eat like crazy and gain 15 back. But once I realized that I didn't want to hide anymore, once I realized that I wanted to step into my power, then it became easier for me. Was it a piece of cake? Oh, heck no. You know, I had to get a Fitbit, I have to exercise every day. I watched what I ate. But if the time came that I went to a restaurant and had a couple drinks and decided I wanted nachos and something, then I got it. I didn't deprive myself anymore because I didn't hate myself for being fat. I stopped being mad at myself for being fat because I understood what had happened. And I can help you on your path. I can help you figure out what's going on. What is standing in your way between losing weight and not? I guarantee you it's a shadow. Somewhere, sometime along the way, somebody made comments to you, excuse me, and you have buried them deep within, which is a shadow. Excuse me. Shadows are childhood bruises left on your soul by other people. And I help you heal that bruise. I help you take it out and look at it and say, that is you. Just because somebody else didn't like you, just because somebody else thought I was a little chubby as a child, didn't mean I was. And when I look back at my childhood pictures, when I look back at my senior high school picture, I wasn't fat. Although everybody told me I was fat, I wasn't. I weighed 120 when I graduated from high school. I was 5'4". So, I mean, I wasn't real thin, but I wasn't fat. But from there, it escalated up to 230 some pounds. I mean, when I was pregnant, you didn't know if I was pregnant or fat. But once you heal those issues, once you heal what's simmering underneath you, what's just percolating every day, it'll change yourself. I mean, my husband asked me a couple weeks ago if I wanted to go to Laguna Beach. You know, we typically go every year, and I'm like, yeah. You know, and I think I'm gonna run across the street because we have this bathing suit store that, you know, tailors the bathing suit to your fit. You know, because I am older, so I'm not, you know, I still got a few things out of place there. And he said, really? I've told you to do that before. And I said, nope, I'm in now. He says, but you used to always wear baggy shirts and shorts. Nope, not anymore. You lose 80 pounds, you want to flaunt it. You lose 80 pounds, you can't wait to go shopping so you can be in the size 10. And I decided a couple weeks ago I was going to lose 20 more. Now, is it a big deal if I do or don't? No, because I'm very comfortable now in myself. I'm very comfortable now in my skin. And you can be as well. So if you're ready, I put the link, jump over to my Facebook group. It's a paid group. It's paid because I feel if you're not paying for it, you won't get as locked in. You know, when I'm doing something for free, I'm kind of meh, but if I have to pay money, I'm 100% in. Get into this group. It starts May 1st. It's 3 weeks. We'll work through different shadow things. We'll have some Zoom calls. We'll have a bunch of exercises, a bunch of handouts for you to do so you can get to the root of why you put the weight on. Because once you figure out why you gained it, trust me, losing it won't be that hard. So jump over to the link at the bottom, Karen, and if you've lost the link for some reason, it's on my website, KarenBarno.com, and it's a 3-week Facebook Live group. If you have any questions, let me know. I don't see any questions here. It just tells me to keep talking because they're spreading the word. You know, I could talk all day long. As people will tell you, I'm a talker. So let me know if I can help you. I look forward to meeting you in one-on-one in a 3-week Facebook group. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.